Good evening, Internet. My name is Michael and I am here to review some stuff for you. Tonight we're going to take a look at the final part of the Phantasm series with Phantasm 4 Oblivion. Now, if you've never seen this movie before, let me read the back so you can get a general idea. Writer-director Don Coscarelli reunites A. Michael Baldwin, Reggie Bannister, Bill Thornberry, and Angus Scrimm for the final shocking chapter of the most unique series in horror movie history. As the tall man's unholy harvest reaches its crescendo, Mike, Reggie, and Jody will converge across portals of time and dimension of the undead to uncover his startling secrets. Flying spheres will be unleashed, ice cream vendors will reload, but will the ultimate nightmare end where it all began? The final game now begins. So yeah, that's a good description to get you excited about the movie if you like the series. This movie starts off like the last two did. 3 ended with a cliffhanger. This one starts right at the cliffhanger and then continues on. The character, Mike, the one who was a little kid in the first one, and the tall man's been after him through this entire series, he is slowly transforming into whatever the tall man is. And he's running away, and the tall man's chasing him, and Reggie's going after them, also trying to help his friend. And also at the same time, Mike's dead brother Jody, who's one of the spheres now, but he's a good guy, or at least you think he's a good guy, he keeps showing up too. Most of this movie takes place in a desert, and it involves a whole lot of flashbacks. Just tons and tons of flashbacks. I'm not entirely sure in the making of this movie how they did it, but they either had a lot of scenes that they never showed in the original movie, or they did some really good camera work in creating the look of the original actors for that. Because there's just tons of scenes that aren't in the original movie that are in this movie that look like they come from the original movie. And it's really pretty cool. The plot in this one is kind of like the first one, or it's kind of weird. Well, they're all weird, but this one actually kind of goes back to the roots of the first one. It's much more of a horror movie than 2 and 3 were. It's pretty quiet. It's actually kind of creepy, and there's a lot of really good scenes. Reggie really isn't the main character of this one like he was in 3, and he does have humorous stuff happening with him, but it's not as Looney Toony as it was in 3. Also, they go into more detail about the tall man, and they actually show how he came about, his origin story, as it were. Still doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but at least they finally explain it, and it's pretty cool and kind of nice. The movie ends with another cliffhanger. There are no more movies in the series, and this could be... I don't think they probably ever will make any more, but even though it's a cliffhanger, it still ends pretty well. It has like a cliffhanger moment, and then it does this weird flashback thing. You just got to see it. All in all, this is a really good movie. I definitely give it a 5, and I do highly recommend you watch it. Again, it's more along the lines of the original movie was. It's not over-the-top action movie like 2, and it's definitely not goofy like 3. Now, for the series as a whole, I definitely got to recommend it, of course, and I gotta say, it's definitely one of the more unique horror movie series out there. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense throughout the entire series, but as long as you can get past that, it's a very enjoyable watch. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this time, and stay tuned next time where we'll review something else.